Do you get intimidated when you listen to the word stock market? Oh, you're from a non-finance background. Don't worry, मैं हूँ ना. With over 15 years of my teaching experience, I have designed 7+ courses where you can learn from the basics of stock market to the most advanced concepts in the most simplified way. No confusion, easy to understand step-by-step lessons. Gain knowledge, gain confidence. Enroll now.
Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to another Thursday live stream after a break of almost 2 weeks. Yes. Last Thursday, where was I? I was first traveling to Nagpur, then I traveled to Singapore, then I was in Dubai, and finally I'm back to home, sweet home, Pune. It was pretty tiring. 2 weeks almost. I was traveling back to back. It is fun while I travel. I get to meet a lot of people. I get to learn a lot from different people, especially when I went to Singapore and Dubai this time. During the Singapore visit, I had an opportunity to interact with more than, I don't even remember the number. The number was huge. But I gave a session at the NAS Summit Asia, and there were more than 1,500 people. And Indians, I can say, roughly were around 100, but otherwise, people from Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, uh, some were from even Russia. So, a lot of people basically came from all across and met so many people, got to know the perspective of so many people. Held a meetup in Singapore where almost 40-45 people turned up. Uh, and, it was a great, moment interacting with all the subscribers of our channel. Then when I went to Dubai, I had gone there for the COP28 event. I'm sure you might have heard about the COP28 event. I was invited as one of the climate change ambassadors. And again, got to learn a total different perspective because, when I was invited there, I had actually no idea about what was I doing there. I was not able to establish a connection between finance and climate change and everything. But then there were different pavilions, and when I visited one of the pavilions, which was about green finance, I could correlate certain things. So, just to give you a quick example, right? If there was a bank, so multiple banks from Middle East Asia, from UAE typically, they had set up, in simple words, you can say stalls, okay, in different pavilions, okay. But in the green finance pavilion, you can imagine banks across UAE, they had come up and set up their small stalls there. And for example, okay, just as an example, if they were giving car loans, one of the bank was offering car loans at, let us say, X%. And then what they were doing was that if anyone wants to have a car loan for an e-car, right, which so basically EV, in that case, the interest rate that was being charged, the interest rate on loan that was being charged was 0.5% lower than the normal rate of interest. This was just done to encourage people to buy more and more EVs, so that a push is given for a cleaner environment, a greener environment. Second thing I found out that they were also giving loans for companies who were setting up plants related to recycling. Okay, so if companies were setting up plants related to recycling, reusing, and if loan was required, then comparatively the documentation required was less. It was ease of giving loans to such projects. So feels good that yes, people are taking up different steps to save the environment, and could also establish a connection between finance and climate. So got to learn there as well. Then decided to do a quick meetup in Dubai. I was not really sure whether I would be able to find time or not. So it was like a super last minute decision. I did an Insta story at around 12 in the afternoon, and the summit, the small meetup, I can say, was I was going to conduct that at 6:30, and I had a flight back to Pune on the same night. It was SpiceJet, so of course it got delayed. But but it was fun. I was not sure. I had received 11 enrollments, but finally more than 35 people turned up. And the place where I had conducted the meetup, it was not actually connected with the metro. That area was not so connected with the metros, but still so many people turned up. Felt really, really good. Was great to share my experiences with them. And that was how last 2 weeks I was full packed with travel. And now very happy I'm going to be in Pune next week. Again, I have to travel to Mumbai, but that's going to be for a very short one-day event, right? So before I talk about today's points, which is about Nifty levels, which is about an IPO, a pretty interesting IPO, Inox India Limited. We are going to talk about a small point about social stock exchange listing. First ever social stock exchange listing happened yesterday. We will be talking about that. Plus, of course, we'll take up a lot of questions today. I'm sure everyone would want to ask a lot of questions. Nifty is just rallying like anything right now. So will be fun to discuss a lot of points, right? But before I move on, so many people are joining in today. Kya baat hai? Jitendra, Dr. Nilesh, Ajit, uh, Supriya, Santosh, Dheeraj. Welcome to memberships. Amit and Vikram. Kya baat hai? So many people turning up, new members joining in. Thank you for joining memberships, and I'm sure you'll get to learn a lot through our Pro Investor membership, right? Now, moving on, let's discuss about the Inox India IPO first, and then we will move on to Nifty levels. So I'll quickly present my screen. If you want to read through the blog that I'm presenting right now, you can check out the blog on our website, which is rachanaranade.com. Just to show you the blog section. So this is our website, right? So this is the website. You just have to go to the blog section, and in the blog section, you'll find here Inox India Limited IPO summary. Just to give you first something about the IPO details, it has opened today only, that is the 14th of December, and it closes on 18th of December. Price band is 627 to 660. Okay. Uh, as at the time of writing this blog, the grey market premium was around 68.94%. That is quite a bit. Okay. But is this the only thing based on which we are going to take a decision? Of course not. Of course not, right? So for that, we have to understand the business model, which we are going to discuss first. Acha, before I move on to the business model, one more point before I forget. This is 100% OFS. That is an offer for sale. So basically, promoters are going to sell the stake. Whatever money is going to be raised through this IPO, not even 1 rupee is going to be received by the company. It is going to be received completely by the promoters. I was checking out a few interviews of the promoters. I almost listened to 5-6 interviews of the promoters, and in one of them, it was mentioned that the interviewer asked as to why are you doing this OFS? Why are you coming up with an IPO? Because anyways, if you have a look at the balance sheet of the company, I'm not sure whether I've mentioned this here or not. I did check out their RHP. If you check out the RHP, you will find out that their balance sheet seems to be pretty strong. They're a cash-rich company, positive cash flows, everything, very less debt to equity ratio, almost negligible, and still they came up with an IPO. So the management said that, you know what, they have a good share, good market share in India. But when it's about market share outside India, or if it is about market share across the globe, they said we are I mean, nowhere in the key competition. Okay, there's a long way to go. We can really achieve a lot more, is what the management was mentioning. But in that case, they said that whenever we talk about we are a company from India versus we are a company which is listed on the stock exchange in India, the credibility goes up when the management says that we are a company which is listed on the stock exchange in India. And they said one of the reasons, okay, there could be many more reasons, but one of the reasons for which we took this decision of listing was to get more credibility, right? So interesting piece of information. First, we have to understand about Inox India Limited IPO. Now, the moment we say Inox, first thing which we can visualize is PVR Inox, which is related to cinemas, right? But this company is not about that. It's just one of the group companies. Today, what we are talking about is this one, which is the Inox India Limited company, which is India's largest cryogenic engineering company. Now, of course, not being from an engineering background, I actually tried to Google out what do we mean by cryogenic, okay? So this mentions that whenever you are wanting to store or transport any material which is extremely low temperature, and that extremely low temperature could be like minus 100 degrees to minus 260 degrees, okay? In that case, you need some specialized equipment to store that, to handle that. That is called as a cryogenic equipment. Okay, so the moment you hear the word cryogenic, that deals with something which is about extreme low temperatures. And how low temperatures? It is about minus 100 degrees to minus 260 degrees. Simple till here. Now you can imagine that if they were to store such gases, which gases they have also mentioned here. So it could be something like you can see here, oxygen, green hydrogen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, all these gases, if they have to store, if they have to transport, In that case, what do they make? They manufacture, they supply, they install cryogenic tanks, okay, and systems for storage, transportation, distribution. So you can just imagine. So again, when I was reading through the RHP as well, going through a lot of interviews, I found out that one example of oxygen, which we can easily visualize, because during Corona, I'm sure a lot of us have seen oxygen being stored in large cylinders, right? So you can imagine such sort of a cylinder, right? Such sort of a cylinder is what they manufacture. But the type of cylinders that they manufacture has the capacity to handle gases in liquid form as well, which could range from a temperature of -100 degrees to -260 degrees. Simple deal, yes. Now, again, while going through the material which is available on the internet, I found out that why would this be done? So the management was mentioning that if they have to transport gases, be it hydrogen, green hydrogen, or nitrogen, whatever, green hydrogen, if they want to transport in within few kilometers, okay, let's say within 20 kilometers, 50 kilometers, that can be transported through pipes also. But if they have to transport this from one country to the other, hundreds and thousands of kilometers, if they want to transport that, in that case, they said that it's not cheap enough to transport them in the gaseous format. And typically that is when these gases are liquefied, okay? And this liquefied form of gas is transported using the equipment manufactured by this company, okay? So of course, they don't have a monopoly or anything like that, but just to give you an example, so if liquid green hydrogen was to be transported from one country to other, the equipment that they make can be used to store that, to transport that. Simple. So they are into industrial gases. They are into LNG also, which is liquefied natural gas, and also cryoscientific. Okay, this is just a small component of the revenue. Now, if you see here, industrial gases. Are they selling industrial gases? No, they are selling equipment. So again, if you see here, even if the division is industrial gases, it doesn't manufacture industrial gases. This division manufactures, supplies, installs what? Cryogenic tanks. Those tanks, the point that I mentioned, cryogenic means extremely low temperatures. That also I talked about. Cryogenic tanks and systems for what? Storage, transportation, distribution of industrial gases. Which gases? They have mentioned green hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, whatever. If it is about LNG also, this division again what? Does it manufacture liquefied natural gas? No, they manufacture, they supply, they install standard and engineered equipment. So again, they're making an equipment for what? Storage of LNG, distribution of LNG, and transportation of LNG. Simple deal here, okay? And again here, cryoscientific means what? This division provides equipment for again, what are they providing? Equipment, same. Total manufacturing companies, okay? So equipment for technology intensive applications and turnkey solutions for scientific and industrial research involving cryogenic distribution. So again, whenever I'm talking about turnkey solution, means what? Some company will say that we want to set up a plant. The tanks that we want are not standard size tanks. We want it as per our XYZ specifications. So make it for us. Right from conceptualization, right from design, right from manufacturing to making it, to installing it, everything. They'll just do it, and just ribbon will be cut by the management. Okay, that is nothing but a turnkey. Okay, right from scratch to end will be done by this company, and the customer who have given them the contract, they'll directly go and they'll start operating it. Okay, that is turnkey. Now, if you were to check the segmental and geographical bifurcation, here you can see majority of the revenue comes from industrial gas, which is 64% of the revenue. This is September 30th, 2023, latest data I'm talking about. LNG is again 30%. Cryoscientific is just around 5%. Okay. One point that I wanted to make in the next, notice kiya tha? Okay, nothing. I'll talk about that. Okay. Next point that I wanted to mention is that revenue from operations. If you see a revenue from operations, exports have gone up from 34% to 45%. So exports have been increasing. Domestic, of course, as a percentage of revenue, fell from 65% to 54%. Now, I also tried to check how much is the overall point of turnkey, large turnkey projects. And here they have very clearly mentioned, company has turned its focus on large turnkey projects. The point that I was talking about. If it is not a standard size tank, they say that we want it as per, the client is saying we want the tanks to be as per our specification. Ye hona chahiye, wo hona chahiye. So company has turned its focus on large turnkey margin accretive projects because of better margins. See, because it's specialized, right? It's tailor made. Such projects do have better margins. They have, and that is the reason why they are saying that we would want to move to these type of projects. And here you can see fiscal 21, out of the total revenue from operations, only 25% was coming from large turnkey projects over 50 million. And if you see here, fiscal 23, it is 28%. So from 25% to 28%. But wait, important point which I wanted to tell is 30th September 2022, 6 months ended 22, 22% of the revenue is coming from large turnkey projects over 50 million. But if it is about 30th September 23, it is 45.77%. Isn't this a big jump? Answer is obviously yes, right? Now, going to industry overview, of course, this global cryogenic equipment demand, earlier up to 22, it has been growing at a CAGR of 2.6%. Expected CAGR is 6.9%. Overall, tanks amongst the cryogenic equipments have a huge size. This is again at the industrial level, and this company is more into tanks. Now, a few more points. If you just see share of cryogenic equipment region-wise, out of all these, India is just this much. Okay. Now, just one more point before I move on to the financials. When I was also trying to find out that how many countries are they really selling their products to, because we did see that yes, their exports are increasing, but currently, when I again just to give you a few numbers, currently they are exporting to 66 countries. Okay, that's a big number, right? And they also have manufacturing plant in three areas in India. One more point was that Inox is currently the market leader for this segment, the segment that we discussed right now. It's the market leader. I also, 1 minute, the sharing has stopped. 1 minute. Let me again share the screen. Sorry. Sorry, going back to this. Okay, so here if you see India's largest cryogenic engineering company. So again, they have this advantage here. I can say this is like one of the positives for the company, no doubts on that. Plus one more point that I did not mention. Just going back to this, okay. Incorporated in 1976, company is supplier of cryogenic equipment in India and is the largest supplier of cryogenic equipment in fiscal year 23. And around that, so going back to industry and now back to financials. Okay. So I hope you have understood that yes, it's the largest in its area. You have understood 1976, right? If I'm not mistaken, kya ho gaya? Yes, 1976. So company has over 30 years of experience in this. We also talked about what equipments does the company manufacture. We also understood this is something which is a very unique, something very niche product that they are manufacturing. Now going to the financials, continuously increasing, revenue is continuously increasing from 593 crores to 965 crores. EBITDA margin has gone down from 25% to 23%, but still 23% at an EBITDA level is still good enough. EBITDA in rupee terms has gone up from 149 crores to 222 crores. Again, good one. Net profit margin, even though has dropped from 16.67% to 15.81%. In absolute terms, rupee terms, net profit has gone up from 96 crores to 152 crores. If you talk about the earning ratios, ROE, ROC, both are fantastic. 27.79% and 36.53%. Valuation, PE ratio, it stands at 39.22, PB at 10.9, but unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, no listed peer in India. So we just can't say whether this is higher than the industry average or lower than the industry average. But I'll tell you, typically what I've seen in the past, if the company has no competitor, then it does demand some premium on listing. Okay, that is what I have observed. This is just my study from the past. I'm not saying that because of this, it will list in premium or something like that. But typically where there are no peers, it does have some premium that we have seen in the past. Okay. Any risk, top 20 customers account for almost 72% of the revenue from operations. But still, I feel that's not a big risk. It's top 20. It's not like top 5 or something like that. Okay. So fair enough. Not that big a risk, I can say. One point is cryogenic leakage. Now you can imagine that if, finally they are into handling gases that too at extremely low temperatures. And if something happens, some leaks happen, then it can be hazardous for the health of lots of people. And then there could be some sorts of problems for the company, some litigation, some inherent risks which are associated to that. So all these could come up, and that is the reason why that could be considered as one of the risks. Okay. All in all, if you ask me, overall business model, looks pretty much promising. If you ask me, overall industry perspectives look good. If you ask me about overall financials growth looks good. PEP, the valuation part, if you ask me again, can't be compared with peers, but overall, looking at the company uh, balance stats again seems to be good enough, looks attractive. But of course, you have to tell me, did you like the company, the different business model of the company, and whether you plan to invest in this IPO or not? Of course, let me know. And I think, I definitely can say that I'm excited for this IPO as well. No doubts on that. Looks good to me, right? Moving on to our next set of discussions. So let me just again share my screen, and let's come to a very, very interesting point now, which is about Nifty levels. Crazy run up is what we have seen in Nifty. This is the channel that we have been seeing since quite a long time now. So I'm just wanting to pull up this channel. Okay. So wait. Let me just ask you all a question before I move ahead. Okay. Everyone knows about the FOMC. Yesterday, the FOMC meeting took place. US Fed has kept its benchmark borrowing rate unchanged at 5.5%. Now, that was not a surprise as such. Everyone felt that the benchmark borrowing rate would be kept constant. Okay, agreed. Policymakers signaled that they expect that in the next year, in 2024, they would cut the rates by 75 basis points. So they're saying that most probably 25 basis points 3 times in all, basically in financial year 2024. They said that we would want to bring down the rates. There would be rate cuts to 75 basis points. And that came up as a super pleasant surprise for everyone, because in the previous meetings, they were so much hawkish. Hawkish means what? Hawkish means they're like, come what may, we want to bring inflation under control, we'll do anything, we'll increase the interest rates, whatever, but we want to bring inflation under control. That is hawkish. What do we mean by dovish? Dovish means that okay, inflation will come under control, we are okay with that. But right now we are more concerned about the economic growth overall. Okay, that is dovish. And whatever commentary that we heard yesterday, that was more from a dovish angle. Okay, and that was the reason why markets just loved it yesterday. And overall, even the inflation numbers that they came up with, they are saying that yes, currently inflation is around, 2.6%. I'll just check on trading economics as well. But they are mentioning that till 2024, it may ease out to 2.4%. But they are also mentioning that our target is 2% and we will work towards it. So they are not like, chalo hoga tab hoga dekha jayega, nothing like that. But they were very much keen on the point that they would want to cut interest rates now. Chalo, I want an answer from you all now. Let me see. Because see, I've been talking about macroeconomics since last so many Thursday live streams. Okay. Raviji is saying, likes, please. Thank you, Raviji. Okay. But before that, pause on likes. First, I want an answer. Achha, I'll put a question. Okay. After the rate cuts signaled by Fed, do you think it will impact the market in a positive way? Question mark. And let me put this as a startup poll. Ye nahi, 1 minute. Start a poll. Let me see how many of you say yes, how many of you say no. And then I'm going to come up with a follow-up question. So everyone, I've put up a poll here. Fatafat, give me your answers with yes or no. After the rate cut signaled by Fed, what do you feel? Do you think that it will impact the markets in a positive way or in a negative way? Fatafat, I want answers. I have been talking about I've been talking about macroeconomics angle since such a long time. And I believe that those who have been watching our Thursday live stream for a long time, they should be able to get this answer very, very easily. So I'll wait for like just another 15 seconds and then I'll show the answer. So I want at least 250 votes coming up. 255, kya baat hai? 263. I should set up a different target now. 300. So 300 votes at least. Fast. 287 votes already. Kya baat hai? 292. Chalo, 299. 301. A lot of votes have come in. Kya baat hai? Still votes are pouring in. 319. So 325. Kya baat hai? Itna fast to Nifty bhi upar nahi jata hai. Okay, enough. So 345, 350, done. I'm ending the poll. Okay. With almost 358 votes. Okay, that was just like pretty fast. 94% people are saying, yes, it will impact the market in a positive way. And I'm so happy as a teacher. See, that's how we keep on learning, right? I've been bombarding you all with macroeconomics, and I feel that you all love learning macroeconomics from me as well. And that is the reason why you come for every Thursday live stream. And I'm so happy that almost everyone has given correct answers. Now, if this be so, plus I will show you some amazing, interesting data also. Okay, so let me again share my screen. Share screen. Okay. This is the FII and DII activity. Okay. Now, I'm sure everyone might have read about this. FII rupees in crores. Okay. Especially when the markets was in a correction mood. August, 20,000 crores worth money was pulled out from the market. 20,000 crore rupees selling basically by FI, net selling by FIs. September, 26,000 crores selling by FIs. October, 29,000 crores selling by FI. Okay, so this is crazy. This is around 70, almost what, 75,000 roughly. Kitna ho jata hai? 60. Correct, 75,000 crores almost FII money being pulled out from the market. 75,000 crores almost, right? If you see November, there was a net buying 7,000 crores, but it's nothing, right? 20,000, 26,000, 29,000 crores, of course, everything, and 7,000 positive buying by FIS. DIS, no tension. Everywhere we are buying. They are selling 20,000 crores, we are buying 25,000 crores. They're selling 26,000 crores, we are still buying 20,000 crores. They're selling 29,000 crores, we are still buying 25,000 crores. They're selling 7,000 crores, we are also buying 226 crores. Okay. Now, check this out. This is month till date. Till date in December. Okay. They have already bought worth 20,493 crores. Now they are getting the biggest FOMO. They said, we were waiting. That market will go down and down and down. Nothing happened. Right? Nothing happened. And now they are buying it at these levels. Okay. Now, two things. I have a question for you all. And this is not going to be like a yes or no. Okay. The basic question is that with these two data points, that FOMC has mentioned that they are going to do a rate cut. They're going to go ahead with 3 rate cuts mostly, which will total to 75 basis points rates going down in the US. If that be so, what will happen? If that be so, automatically the overall yields, the bond yields, they'll become less and less lucrative. I hope you have been watching our channel. I will just quickly try and recall which was, yes, one was Nifty at 20,000. That was one video that I had done. Pooja, if you can just share the link of that video, Nifty at 20, you can just search that, Nifty to overtake 20,000 soon. And in that, I had discussed about this bond yields. I'll just check what is the date of that video. This is like 4 weeks ago. Okay. 1 minute. This is about Thursday live stream only. So in that 4 weeks ago ka Thursday live stream, Nifty at 20,000. Okay. That plus we had done one more video which was about the Muhurat trading session. I will just share both these links, Pooja, with you. 1 minute. 1, 2. Pooja shared the links with you. You can just share it in this chat section, okay? So 2 things we had discussed in that Nifty 20,000. We had discussed about how many of you recall that video about Japanese rates? I had discussed about Japan yields versus US yields. Can you recall that? We had discussed about this. It was a very short video. It was about the pre-election rally. Now I remember. It was about the pre-election rally video, wherein I had said that 19,000 to 21,000 is what I feel. This was like a 1 month ago video. And in that I had talked about why I feel that because of the policy level decision change in Japan, why I feel that US rates, the US bond yields basically will come down. How many of you remember this? Samir says, yes, I remember. Unmeed says, yes, I remember. Rashmi says, yes, I remember. Ranjit says, yes, I remember. Kya baat hai? Please watch that video. And that was the time when some people were like, come on, why? Because of Japan, do you really feel that US bond yields will come down? This, that. And I will show you on screen now. And you can watch that video. It's very much there on our channel, right? US 10Y government yield. Okay. Roughly a 1 month video. एक महीने पहले का है. Let me just share my screen. And I'll show you how bond yields have dropped like maddening. Have a look at this 1 month ago. So today is 14th, na? So roughly 14 November के आसपास क्या रहेगा? 14 November. This is where 13-14 November. Okay. And have a look at this. Continuous fall. And this was not exactly 1 month ago, maybe a little bit more than that. 17% fall in the yields. Since we made that video, this is just 1 month ago. Okay. This is where macroeconomics comes into play, right? And in that 1 month, bond yields fell down. You have this in front of your eyes. Bond yields fell down crazily. And in the same time frame, now have a look at Nifty. In that 1 month time frame, roughly around, let's say, November beginning, this is somewhere around, chalo, even if I take 14th, 15th November, chalo, 14th, 15th November, this is precisely, Monday is, okay, 14th November, 15th November, from here to here. One-way movement, this is clear cut, 8-9% up, one-way movement from here. So those who feel that, you know what, bond yields, we need not really understand about that, it's okay. Exactly. Manoj GPT says that you said Japan is the biggest buyer. Kya baat hai? Very good. Manoj, shabash. You remember the words that we had discussed during that video. I said that Japan is one of the biggest buyers of US bonds. And if they feel, you know, that we are getting better yields in our country, then they may sell off. And if that happens, yields will again shoot up in USA. That is not going to be considered as a good sign for US. I discussed that point in that video, and feels really good, you know, feels good when I do a technical analysis and for a specific stock and it comes up, okay, but trying to understand the impact at an economy level, and if that comes out to be correct, so I think feels really good. And of course, it's not my credit totally. It's about me and my research team who sit down together, we discuss, and based on the discussion, we come up to some, you know, final conclusions. So equal kudos to my research team, not only me, of course, right? So, well, interesting. And now understand, I want an answer from you all now. I want to see your levels based on 2-3 important points, right? Number one is about bond yields falling now. And bond yields will ideally continue to fall if FOMC has clearly suggested that we are expecting 75 basis rate cuts. Number one. Okay, so cooling of bond yields, number one. Number two, FIIs again showing interest back in our equities. That also I had mentioned in the same video, correct? That if that happens, then they have no other choice. But because now yields of bonds will drop down, and as compared to bonds, equities will be more attractive, and they would want to pump more money into equities. That is also what we had discussed. So equities will be more attractive. That is the case. Overall pre-election rally is what we have already discussed. What do you feel? What is your target of Nifty? I don't give ऐसे कुछ भी मत बोला, but just I want to know I'm going to tell you my target also. Okay, I'll not give you a time frame exactly, but based on technical analysis, I can give you some target. I want to listen to your target first before I give my answer. We all have experts in our live streams now. Thursday live streams is like full of expert people here. Santa rally. Okay. क्या बात है. Super. Look at the bullishness, huh? 22,000, 22,000, 24,000 for 2024, 23, 24, 23, 22, 23, 23, 24, 22, 25,000 by 2030. But 30. Ravi ji, are you okay? Matlab, I know that we have to be long-term investors, but we have to be here on earth to become the 2030 is too much, no? 30-30 you're saying 20-30, chalo theek hai. 20, 22, 24 for 24, 25, 23 500, 22, 23, 24, 22 for this fiscal, 22 500, 23K is almost 10% away. The 23 can be reached before elections, 22, 22 500, 30K. 24 election rallies yet to come. Okay, 22 500, 23, 25, 22, 22 500 before election, and 22, 22, 23. Sir, Ravi is corrected. Okay, election rallies yet to come. Okay. I think many people have given answers. No one gave an answer below 20,000. Huh? That is one point to be noted. Everyone gave answers which was only and only in a bullish trend. Okay. Oh. Ankit Pandya says, so beautiful, so elegant. New Year looks like a wow. New Year looks like a wow. Okay. Amazing. I mean, see, that shows the enthusiasm, that shows the bullishness of everyone who is in the market right now. No ways people are going to even look at the lower levels. Everyone is going to be like upper in the air now. Super excited even now, now that I'm going to show my technical analysis, small study. But yes, of course, we are almost in tandem. Our thoughts are almost similar. So let me just quickly present my view as well. So sharing my screen. Raviji, I'll not show your chat. Everyone can look for his chat. Okay, 1 minute. So we have been talking about this consolidation, right? So this consolidation has started since April 2022. It is in an uptrend, but in a channel-based uptrend. Okay, so if you see here, Nifty was around 17,700 April 22. Okay, went down to what? 15,222. Came to this level, again came down, again went up to this level in that channel, again went into that level, lower, again in that channel. But now for the first time, okay, for the first time, it has broken out from this channel. Okay, broken out, retested once, retested twice, and today we are here. Okay, typically what happens is, I'll tell you, whenever there is such a long consolidation, okay, whatever is the height of this channel, parallel channel, that typically can get replicated from the upper end of the channel. Okay, pure technical analysis. Okay, even if I'm talking about cup and handle pattern, the height of the cup may get replicated from the neckline. Similarly, whenever we are talking about a parallel channel, whatever is the height of the parallel channel, that can get replicated here. Okay, so this, I just drew a line, Alt T, I replicated it here, and you know what? This is coming to 23,300. Okay, parallel channel will not tell you the timeline before which this will be reached, but this could be seen as one of the upcoming targets, which is 23,300. So super duper excited for this one. Will it come as a one-way rally? I doubt. It may not, and it should not. Okay, there should be some corrections. Because whenever like everyone is going to be bullish, the market will say, "Abhi dekho, ruko jara, sab bullish ho rahe hai na. I will show my power now." So there will be jerks. Be prepared for the jerks. If you see some slash once, twice, I think these should be definitely considered as buying opportunities. At least I'm going to do that whenever, if there is suddenly a 2% correction in the market or something like that because of some event which we don't know, you don't know, I don't know today. But there'll be some jerks. I don't think from current level to 22,000, 23,000, nicely it is going one way. That is not going to happen. We will see some jerks. The moment that is seen, I think that can be considered as a buying opportunity, and kya baat hai, maza aa jayega. It will be definitely an amazing journey for all the long-term investors. So stay invested is what I feel. At least I'm going to stay invested. I believe in the growth story, and that is the reason why I'm not pulling out money from the market even right now. I'm sitting on profits, enjoying the profits. Don't ask me how much, what percentage returns. You never ask that to me. I know that you all are matured audiences. There are some people who will be like, show your P&L, this, that. I always say Warren Buffett never showed his P&L. Rakesh ji never showed his P&L as such whenever anyone demanded. P&L can be of 1 year. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel I would want to show my portfolio when I'm like 50 years old or something like that. And that is when people will understand the true power of compounding. That kya hi baat hai, maza aa gaya portfolio dekhe. That should be the scenario, right? Well, before I move on to the questions, welcoming all the new members. So many people again joining in. Rupali, Jitinder, Thalor. I missed out 2 names, Vikram and Amit. And anyone else? Venkana, God Patil, M. Rakshit, and Arun. Welcome to memberships. Yes. Okay. We'll discuss stock specific data. Yes, I will discuss that. But before I go on to that, I could see Murugeshan ji giving a chat. I just lost his chat right now. Murugeshan ji, if you can just ping again. I'll just give you a simple impact of how Thursday live streams have on me as well, right? When I was in Dubai a few days ago, I was talking about the India growth story, this, that, and one of the subscribers who had come there for the Dubai live stream, Mr. Murugesan Srinivasan, he said that he was giving answers, like, he was giving answers. When I started to talk about pro investor membership, he started giving all the references, right from JK Paper, right from Ultratech, right from Polycab, Airtel, all the stocks that we have discussed, Britannia, be it RateGain, be it, so many stocks is what, he was just giving references just like that. And I said, how do you know so many references? For how long have you been a pro investor? He said, I've been a pro investor since last 3 years. I said, 3 years? What is your name? That is when he told his name, Mr. Srinivasan. And I said, I know your name because you are there in the Thursday live streams. So, it feels good that many times I just know the name through our Thursday live streams, but we never get a chance to meet face to face. But feels so good, that so many people are really watching the channel so closely. He said, I get to learn a lot, and I'm sure many people share the same feeling, right? But getting to meet you all face to face is definitely a wonderful feeling. Samir says, I missed the meetup in Dubai, gave a very short notice. Next time we'll join for sure. Sorry, Samir, for that. That was really a short notice. Next time we'll make it a point to give at least 2 days prior notice. Okay. Chalo. Quickly, let's move on with a few stock specific questions. Jubin says, ICICI Bank gave inverted head and shoulder pattern breakout and jump from then. Okay, let us see. ICICI Bank. Which time frame are you talking about, Jubin? Can't see it very clearly here. Let me see the weekly time frame. More of a cup and handle, to be honest. But yes, does show a clear breakout, no doubts on that. I can't see the shoulder part. It's more like a cup and handle only. Okay. On a daily chart. Okay, let me just see. I'll share my screen. Around 940. Okay. I have this as, if you're talking about 1, 2, and 3, this is a little bit old head and shoulder pattern formation. Something like this. Maybe this is what you're saying, like 1, 2, and 3. If that be so, okay, yes. But anyways, I mean, I had drawn few points as well, and it has clearly given a breakout. No doubts on that. In fact, someone was asking about Jubilant Foodworks also, and I did study. This is a stock which has excessively underperformed, horribly underperformed. And if you see here on a daily candlestick pattern, I'll just quickly draw. See, of course, if I can draw it better. This is the arc from here to here. This is the cup, and this is the handle. After a long time, something is happening in Jubilant Foodworks, and if you see here, it has given a clear breakout. It has retested, and now maybe it may bounce off from here. 2.32% today's candle, and typically those who know how to put up targets using cup and handle, whatever is the height here, that has to be placed from the neckline is what technical analysis says. Okay, well, that is how you calculate targets using technical analysis. And again, like I keep on saying this, but if you have not yet, Raviji saying sold Jubilant cost to cost. Okay, and today I'm showing you cup and handle pattern. Okay, no worries, happens. But yes, I keep on telling that if you want to learn, please invest in knowledge. You definitely should go ahead with our technical analysis course or about economics for stock market course. That is the coupon code for you. And just in case, if a lot of people, if they are not aware about this, but these stock market courses, so everyone knows about the categories and all. But there is a very, very important announcement that I have to make. If you see here right now, you can see only Android, iOS, and you can see your Windows. But I had told you in one of the previous Thursday live streams that we are coming up with our courses on Mac OS as well. And finally, very, very, very happy to announce that Mac OS has been launched, and we have launched it today itself. We are going to update the thumbnails here. Here you can see now on PC and Mac OS. So we'll be changing the small descriptions, this, that. That'll take some time. There are some thumbnails which are yet to be updated, but super happy. We have been, me and my development team, we have been in continuous meetings. My IT team has been in meetings with them, but finally they have come up with a solution, because there are so many learners who are like, we use only Apple products and we don't want to watch your technical analysis course on on an Apple phone. We want to watch it on Mac OS, and that is why they were waiting for quite some time. Finally, my team has found a solution for Mac OS, and we have come up with that. The only point that you need to know is this product will work on Mac OS 12 and later. Okay, I'm repeating, this will work on Mac OS 12 and later. One more point, whenever you receive the course email from my team, there is a small setting that needs to be changed in your Mac device. Okay, small settings, some allow, disallow, something like that. I'm not very good at it, but my team will give you a clear instruction in the email once you enroll for any of the courses. So please read the email carefully. If there is still some problem, my tech support team will definitely help you out. But wanted to share this amazing news with all. Finally, all our courses will now be available on Mac OS. So super happy about that. Even if you have checked out Marathi courses, 4 courses are already available on our website. This is about mastering money management in Marathi, basics of stock market, fundamental analysis, technical analysis in Marathi. And if it is about other courses, 3 languages which we have already published our courses in. One is in Tamil, one is in Telugu, and one is in Kannada. So, those who understand English, but just for fun, you want to listen to me speak Tamil, Telugu, or Kannada, you can enroll for these courses. It's not actually me speaking, it's a dubbed version, but it is fun. I can tell you that for sure. And so definitely would appeal everyone that you can go ahead with these courses. And especially for those who are waiting for Mac for a long time, finally we have come up with that. And there is a coupon code for you which you can use to enroll for any of our courses, right? Okay, so after that, Pooja, by the way, Pooja, if you can just put the link of all the courses, you can definitely put it up in the comment section. It will be easier for everyone. One more question is, Apple India rounding bottom pattern breakout, can we add it at current levels? Parth is asking that. Let me just quickly share my screen. By the way, it's 10:24, so just last 5-6 minutes, right? Quickly, we'll share my screen. Apple India. Again, this was one of our previous MFA stocks. This was one of, I see this study I'd done earlier, but this cup and handle did not actually work, still in a consolidation phase. I'll tell you, for a rounding bottom, ideally, if it's a rounding bottom, it has to be seen on a long chart, on a monthly chart ideally, but can't be seen, not really. This is not a rounding bottom, has to be on a monthly chart or at least on a weekly chart. This is nowhere close to a rounding bottom. No. Daily chart maybe. Has it broken above those choke points? It has, but will be interesting to watch a little bit more. How about the pivot levels? It's already at R3. Okay. What about the 200 DEMA has crossed, is well above that. 50 DEMA has crossed 200 DEMA. Okay. Bullish, no doubts on that. It is in a bullish zone, but not a rounding bottom. Okay. REC zooming. It is so happy. Okay. I'll again share my screen. I mean, there's no stopping for that stock. And I'm so happy that, generally it does happen that 10%, 20%, 30% gains, and we're like, chalo, ram, thank you, got it in a short span of time or whatever. People tend to book profits, but, we have been talking about this stock for such a long time. See, can you clearly see, oh my God, I've been studying this stock for such a long time, and I now see I've messed this 1 minute. I'll just hide the drawings for now. And I will also shut this up. Okay. Now, if you see here, I'm because the moment I turn on the drawings, everything will get messed up. So just have a look at this. If you see here, there was a small consolidation that had happened here. Follow my cursor. There was a small consolidation that had happened here. And this was the pole, this was the flag, and this got honored, right? And the target as per a flag and pole pattern was 440, which got hit. Now, so this is the flag and pole. I'll just delete few for the time being so that you get to know what I'm speaking about. Parallel channel, here to here. Clear cut flag and pole pattern, right? And this one, how do you calculate the target from here to here? How beautifully it has honored the target yesterday itself. I was in two minds whether I should book profit or not, should I wait or not. But, while I was then still studying, I'm just now redrawing those lines. Now, do you see that? Now, this is a flag, which is like a horizontal flag. Now, here you can see this is a flag which is in a kind of upward moving flag. And from here, it started its journey. This is the cloth of the flag. And if that be so, if this was to be replicated here, next, as per technical analysis, could be 470. Again, this is just technical analysis, right? Can I go wrong? Yes. Okay. But that could be the next possible. Oh. Rajesh ji says, I have got 300% profit. Kya baat hai? Ravi ji, more than 250 profit in REC. Thanks. Hashtag dua mein yaad rakhna. So happy for you all. 10:28. Almost done for the day. Anything else to be noted? Axida Cotton has quite good fundamentals, but yesterday's candle has a big 18% fall. Also going to give a bonus 1:3, and record date is 25th December. Can be looked into. Axida Cotton. Aram se dekh lungi Ravi ji. Abhi last 2 minutes, so maybe some other day. IREDA, I know many people are asking about this jump from 64 levels to 120 levels. Is it sustainable? Should I invest at this level? Investing at this levels could be a bit tricky. Okay. So careful is what I would say. Day after tomorrow is my CMA foundation exam. You are my guru. Wish me with your blessings. P. Pawan Kumar. All the very best. Do well. Okay, focus. And I'm sure should be able to pass with flying numbers. Right. Okay. I think done for the day. How was today's live stream? I think it was fun, right? We did discuss about so many things. If you did like the live stream, now, at least after screaming for last 1 hour, what I can demand is smash the like button. Okay. That gives me some motivation. That gives the YouTube algorithm some motivation. Okay. I did this live stream almost after 2 weeks. I know that. And that is the reason why I was bubbling with enthusiasm. I was so looking forward for this. When I was in Singapore, that time there was a timing difference. It was like 2.5 hours plus. So 9:30 here would have been like 12 o'clock at night there. So I was not able to do the live stream from Singapore. On the previous Thursday, I think I was in Nagpur, where I was in the jungle. I was enjoying jungle safaris, so almost no internet range there, so was not able to do the Thursday live stream. But yes, let me just check how many people have liked the video. Wow, shabbas. 1600 people watching, 878 likes. Fantastic. May I request everyone to smash the like button and make the YouTube algorithm happier? It's 10:30. We have been discussing for a long time, but I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. Everyone loved the. Oh, क्या बात है परेश सिंघासने. You have been a pro investor for like 42 months. Paresh, do you attend every Thursday live stream? Why can't I recall your name? 42 months is a big time frame. Like almost since like from the first year of our membership. Ankit says 5 million subscribers on the way. Tell your friends, there are so many people still who are just watching our channel, but they don't subscribe. Today also the number of viewers, viewers to subscribers ratio is like less than 50%. So even if 100 people are watching, barely 40 of them have subscribed to the channel. So still a long way to go. Paresh says 6 a.m. club. How could I miss out your name? So sorry, Paresh, but feels good to be reconnected with one of the members of 6 a.m. club. Kya baat hai? Big Pradeep says 42 months mein to ye Warren Buffett ban gaya hoga. Kya baat hai? Nice. Okay, was fantastic looking into today's live stream. Enjoyed a lot. We'll see you on the next Thursday. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.